Hi, welcome to this week's brief book review. The book we're looking at this week is called Next in Line by author Jeffrey Archer. Jeffrey Archer probably doesn't need too much introduction. Sold millions of books, very prolific and very successful author. This book was released on the 27th of September 2022 here in the UK, and no doubt ended up in lots of people's Christmas stockings, and it certainly ended up in mine. So thanks, Dave. Really enjoyed reading it. So what's it about, I hear you say? This is the fifth instalment of the William Warwick, Detective Chief Inspector William Warwick and his sidekick Inspector Ross Hogan. In this book, the story starts with Commander Hawksby at the yard calling in DCI Warwick to give him a rather delicate project that needs attending to. It turns out that the Royal Protection Command, the unit that looks after the royal family and keeps them safe, led by a chap called Superintendent Milner, is under a bit of a cloud. There are people within the Met that feel that Milner is running the Royal Protection Command as his own personal fiefdom. They're running fast and loose with procedures, and Milner tends to think that he answers only to the royal family and not to the Metropolitan Police. So Warwick is given the task of investigating the Royal Protection Command. As part of that investigation, his inspector, Ross Hogan, is appointed to work undercover as Diana, Princess of Wales' personal protection officer. This is set in 1988 when Diana was at the height of her popularity. So that, in effect, is one story. There's another story which relates to a previous William Warwick book where Warwick and Hogan have captured a professional criminal, Miles Faulkner, who is now in HMP Belmarsh. Faulkner is known to have a large cash fortune and a large art collection. And there's a couple of people that, while he's inside, are trying to get their hands on it. One is ex-wife Christina, and two is attorney Booth Watson. That, therefore, is the second story. And as those stories develop, there is a certain amount of mixing of the two stories. Faulkner's ex-wife Christina is a friend of Beth, Warwick's wife, and it turns out that there is a terrorist group that's looking to do harm to the royal family, and one of the terrorist leaders ends up in HMP Belmarsh. So there is a certain intertwining of the two stories. It's a typical Archer story. It's a very well-written story. The guy can tell a tale. He's a very, very good storyteller. And we end up with a race against time for the good guys to stop the terrorists doing nefarious deeds to the royal family. So, usual tempo, very fast tempo, a very good read. Really enjoyed it. There are certain parts that are typically Archer. There's one scene where the Royal Protection Command and William Warwick's team need to gel after certain things going wrong. So they decide to have a cricket match in which the deciding bowl is a Yorker, which will have international readers wondering what on earth a Yorker is. Google it. The other bit, the bit that made me smile, and I always read through every single page of these books. I don't skim read them. Was on page 91 of the book, where Princess Diana is attending a charity auction, and the charity auctioneer decides that they need to raise some more money, and ask the people sitting down, saying that Her Royal Highness has agreed to sign your tablecloths for any generous person who will donate £1,000 to the charity. Further on down the page, as Princess Diana leaves, she passes the auctioneer, she whispers, "Thank you, Geoffrey, it never fails." Of course, Mr. Archer used to be a charity auctioneer. So the boy can't help it. But yeah, a nice bit of self-publicity there. So all in all, good read, easy to follow, fast-paced, and as a typical Archer book, the boy can tell a tale. So I'd give it 8 out of 10. I thoroughly recommend it. That's it for this week's brief book review. 10/10 to do it again. Thanks for watching.